Okay, yeah, I think let's dive right into the business rules, like head first. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we might not get very far, but we can try. Okay, so the very first thing we need is the rule broker. So I'm going to create a new file, ruleBroker.js, and we'll go right in with the header. Okay, header, like we always do, at file, ruleBroker, at module, ruleBroker, at description, contains all the functions necessary to manage the business rules system. At requires module rules library, which is another new file we're going to have to make. And at requires module data. And the rest of this is the same. So let me go over to Data Broker. I'll just copy out of there. Copyright, date, and path. Author date is today, 2022. Okay. And there's, looks like 3 functions in here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. The first one has a nasty header there. Okay. Import. Now this is, we're using an import statement here because the way we import and the way we export is a little bit different. But from what I can tell, it still works just fine for this specific usage because of the way it's built. So import star as rules from but in this case, I think it's necessary given how we've written the rules. Let b equal require structures data. Blah, 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 all of this stuff. Okay, so we've got 2 lets in there. Okay. Brokers, base file name. I think we're good. Okay. See, that's the header, just for the purpose of the recording, and then this is this stuff, and I just made a new file called ruleBroker.js, and under brokers, and I'm just writing up the header for this bootstrap business rules, which is a function, the first function in the ruleBroker.js file. Okay, the rules library, and migrates that data to the D data structure. This is important now because we are going to allow the client to define, this is really, really cool, so pay attention to this, their own business rules separate from the system defined business rules. So we need a way to merge client-defined and system-defined business rules into one location. That's cool. Then the rule broker will execute business rules from the D data structure and not the rules library per se. This will allow the system to expand much more dynamically and even be user-defined and flexible to client needs. Now, this is what's cool. This architecture that I've just described, this handleable business rules system, the really, really, really cool part, yes, this will work with client-defined, so your application can define its own business rules. And then they will get merged with the framework business rules at runtime. But it's more than that, okay? This is an outline. This is a template, a pattern, a code pattern that we can follow to go build plugins. So now the plugin can have its own business rules. And those are also loaded separately from the application business rules and the framework business rules. And they are all merged together at runtime. And we can call from any one of them depending on what we need.
I see.
So you see how cool that is?
Yeah.
You can really, really start to grow systems with great levels of maturity and very, very you can build massive enterprise architectures this way. It's going to return void, and we don't have a description there. Author, date 2/01/20. Okay, and let me get this description over there for you. If we could probably do this one function, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code, so
okay.
It's pretty super small.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, we just got the beginning and just dropping this into this function. Oops, why didn't that copy? And there's one line of code that goes in between, and there's one line of code right here, which is just rules.init rules library, which we haven't written that file or anything. But we have our rules up there, so you should be good. And that's the end of that function. And then we got another function, couple, 1, 2, 3, 3 more. No, 1, 2, 2 more functions to write. One of them is really short, and then we got a little bit one that's a little bit longer, and that's it. That'll initialize the rules library. So that's the beginning of training 2, man. Now we're building our business rules.
All right, nice.
Yeah, you start to see like there's a lot of really cool stuff when this is one of those like tools that you, like once you've done it, you're like, I can't live without that. It's like suddenly, you know, you get a microwave oven and what was life like without one? Or YouTube. What was life like without YouTube, man? I can't remember.
No, I mean, yeah, I definitely see its value. It makes sense for sure.
I think you got a little bit of a typo here in business.
Yeah, you're right.
And also, yeah, in both the phone and all 3 places.